Good morning, everybody. I have to bring an update. We got a lot of things going on the homestead. We've been busy. Granted, we can't do a lot. We can't go for a full 8 hours like a lot of homesteaders can. We're very limited physically, so we're doing what we can when we can. And the other day, we took our chicken tractor out of the garden. Yay! We took the wood front off, which is sitting right there. Ooh, I'm in the camera view right there. And we had a lot of these old shelves sitting under the cabin that we brought with during our move. So I'm like, you know what? This is a perfect size. Something can reach in, yes, but it will not let a predator in. These are rock solid, guys. And we wired it. We used the corner as part of our structure here. If you can see that, there's the corner. And it's all hardwired in. And guys, I'm yanking on it. I can't move this thing. Nothing's going to tear through this to get to my chickens. Now, I follow Wholesome Roots, and she just had a major catastrophe on her homestead with her chickens. So we're very concerned that a raccoon could get through. If you can see, there's a lot of space between the welded wire and the chicken wire. As far as if something rips through the chicken wire, they can still get into our coop. So we're reevaluating things, and we are thinking about changing things. So, and I gotta show you my door. There's a little loop here. That's just one lock. There's 2 locks on this door. And I have a barn door effect. Look at the space I have to work. They want out. I don't want them out. And I'll explain that in a minute. But look at that. And I have a nest box right here. We have fake eggs in because the 2 hens we have left of our little clutch of chickens that we raised are starting to lay their first eggs. Guys, that is super exciting for us because it's a 5-month investment when you raise day-old chicks to laying hens. That's a 5-month investment in time, money, and care of these animals. To have our first egg yesterday was just awesome. But I wanted to show you the design, and I love this because it works just like a double set of doors. And then this pin keeps this bottom from being able to be pulled out. See if I can get it in. Okay. And then this up here pulls through and locks with this carabiner. You see that? Look at that, guys. I'm yanking. This ain't going anywhere. We might have to drop that carabiner down one more loop there. And that way it would hold it in place. But yeah, we're doing good with these chickens. They do not like being penned up because they're used to free ranging. But as I said, our free ranging has gotten to be a problem. All right, now they have more of a window. There they are. They've grown up. 3 of these are very young roosters. Yep, they're scolding me. So they're not too happy to be penned up, but that's okay. They'll get used to it. One of the other problems we had was the rain barrels. We had that one red Buff Orpington. I call her Red is her name because she's got more red in her coat than a Buff Orpington usually does. So what I did, she was living right in this area here. And she stayed up high to stay away from the roosters. And the roosters are going to be gone as of next weekend. The big guys. They serve no purpose here. I'm feeding birds I can't really afford to feed. What happened was she started pooping. Look at this. We got algae growing now. This is some pollen. We got chicken poop here. So these 2 barrels have been contaminated. So now we have to dump them. Right now we're not because we're burning brush. And we need this water in case our burn needs to be put out. So we're saving it for that. But once we drain these barrels, we have to disinfect them to put them back into service for us. Very disappointing. But because of that situation, our red chicken is now in there. And she's having to adjust definitely adjusting. We still have this old girl over here. This is our every 3-day layer right there. So she doesn't fly up on anything. She doesn't fly, period. She's probably too big and fat because she is a fat hen. But this coop definitely could use some more hens. And this rooster's also gonna go. And we're gonna put our young red Rhode Island rooster in here with these girls. And he's gonna go as well. So we got 3 adult roosters going because we have no use for them. They are not an eating chicken, although they look like a barred rock. They are not. They're a mixed barred rock with some other type of chicken that the meat is black, the bones are black. There's a lot of black on them. Now, could we try to eat them? Yeah, but everything I've heard, it's just not worth the effort of plucking and butchering them to find out that they don't taste good at all. And that would really put me off a chicken for a long time because I have some issues with food. But we now have, I think, 5 hens in here with him. So he should be a happy boy, or he's getting happier by the day every time I add a hen. Uh-oh, Cody's wanting to play. What else have we done here? We did move the goat pasture. We had to get them some fresh forage. And one of the big things we're doing is we're doing some cleanup. Now, we can't burn those pallets that I want to get rid of because of the nails. I have no way of getting the nails back out of the ash. But we are burning all the brush that we've cut down from the goats clearing the woods. There was a huge pile over here. There was a pile here. There's piles back by the main goat pasture. All that is going to the burn. This is our 2nd day of burning. So we're working on that. We have, I don't see it, over there. We have chairs we're watching it and where we take our breaks so we don't go far. We have a rake in case it wanders past where we are comfortable because we did clear the perimeter of pine needles so it can't travel. And we also have buckets of water on standby, ready to go if we need them. And then over here was the other thing that we have done. Like I said, we've been busy, and sometimes when you get busy, you just don't have the time or the methods to film everything. There's Miss Nala. Hi, Miss Nala. She's such a pretty girl. She's getting a little rounder. Not much, guys, just a little. She might only have 1 baby. Uh-oh. You guys got poop in your water. That has to get changed. So we have to dump that and get them a fresh bucket of water. Shame on you. Look at this. Shame on you, Bucky Boo. Hi, Pilot. Hi, Pilot. Say, I love my mama. I love my mama. He's such a gentle buck. Yeah. I'll have to do a video just about bucks and what I think about them and what I feel about having them on your homestead. This guy is the sweetest thing. Don't nibble on my finger. They knocked their hay bin over. I'll have to fix that. We try and keep it on the outside, even with her horns, because she has learned how to put her head in and out with the horns. So we don't want them wasting as much hay. This whole area is covered in wasted hay. Because we buy them in the big rounds, it's really not a big deal, but if we can cut it a little bit right now, we will. This behind here was their old pasture. You can see how clear it is now. And they just literally ran out of food to eat in that pasture. And over here, right next to it, is a ton of low forage for them. And they're slowly working through it. They're behind the electric fence, which I love because of coyotes. If a coyote comes in here and tries to get to this pasture, they're going to hit electric and they're going to get zapped. This fence is on 24 hours a day. Plus, it helps contain a buck. Bucks can get out, guys. If you don't have electric fence, that buck will get out when the time of the year comes around when he goes into rut. He'll be chasing everything in heat that looks like that. We were excited about this breeding because she's an F2 and he's an F2. So our future babies from her are going to be F3. It's a little step up in the mini Nubian breed. He actually looks more like a Nigerian dwarf, though, other than the airplane ears. He's a sweet boy. We definitely plan on keeping these guys. Even if he comes out of the breeding, we will have him turn him into a weathered buck if we decide he's no longer necessary for our breeding. Oh, look at that, guys. Jim's taking a break. Jim's really dealing with some really bad knee issues yet, so he's not a happy boy most days right now. We're trying to be gentle on him. Still haven't made any progress with that project. In fact, he's going to get that out probably in the next couple days and see if we can get it started. It should start, but you know, when something sits, you just never know. One of the other things, I'll have to do a separate video on that. I'll do a separate video on that because it's getting to be a little bit of a long video, and I try not to overwhelm you guys with too much, but there's tons of stuff going on here. Still have to work on the garden, but we actually got more block. This was the first load, and we have a second load under there, and a lot of goodies. We'll talk about that later. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the update. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and God bless.